The Air Force cyberspace journey, I would say, is still relatively new. Now, certainly we did not call them cyberspace operators back in the day, but they were doing many of the same kinds of things that we're talking about today in operationally relevant terms. So doing things like exploiting the adversary that's trying to thwart our ability to do our Air Force 5 core missions. Things like finding a way to allow cyberspace and non-kinetic effects in many cases to enhance those 5 core missions. Our Air Force has a long history of doing that. Our Air Force was born out of innovation, and a lot of that innovation, of course, is happening in the commercial sector, in the IT, information technology areas. When you think of, the big companies that we think of as the IT giants, a lot of that stuff is also happening in the Air Force, though it's perhaps not as well known. But certainly when we talk about multi-domain operations, where our chief and our secretary have told us we need to go to create leaders and senior non-commissioned officers and GS civilians that can think in a multi-domain operationally relevant sense, so across airspace and cyberspace, and not just being an expert in one of those. And the Air Force is on a journey in that regard. It's not anywhere where we can announce, hey, we've arrived. It will be a continuous journey, and certainly the cyberspace piece of that from a training perspective is centered here on Keesler Air Force Base.